And you're basically talking about two different things. One is the operating system, and the other thing is the hard drive of the computer. They're completely different, okay? The hard drive of a computer, you could have a hard drive that has capacity for 500 hours of movies and another hard drive that has capacity for 30 minutes of movies, okay? Of course, one is much lighter than the other one, and the battery is going to last a hell of a lot longer. If you're in your house most of the time just jerking off with your computer, watching movies and Facebook and other shit like that, email and Twitter and crap, get the one that has the very small hard drive. And if you have a lot of photos and videos you want to keep, just get yourself an external hard drive the size of my hand for $50, 2 terabytes. You can keep thousands of hours of videos on it, or use the cloud. Just upload to Google Drive automatically and seamlessly and transparently. There's no effort necessary. It does it automatically for you. That way around your house you'll have a computer light as a feather, it won't burn your balls, and the battery will last for a long time. If you're traveling a lot, you might want a heavier computer that has 500 hours of video in it. But you're not traveling a lot. Let's not fuck around here. Okay, the other thing is the operating system. Now, that's important because, you know, you've got 3 major operating systems now. You've got the Windows, you got Apple, and you got Google. Okay, I think Google's the best one because it allows you to do things you want to do. Windows and Apple do not. Okay, Windows and Apple are more or less for, let's say you're an architect and you want to build a wall, all 4 corners have to be 90 degrees. Windows and Apple predict that's what you probably want to do, and that's what they do for you. But if you want one of those 4 corners to be a curve, you're screwed royally by Windows and Apple because they haven't thought you might want to do that. You can't do that. Now, with Linux, you could do whatever the hell you want to do, but Linux is a pain in the ass to learn. But once you've learned it, you can do whatever you want. That's why architects and engineers prefer Linux, because you can do whatever you want after you've learned how to work the program. The Google, one of the 3 big ones, is kind of in the middle because they've predicted 90% of what you want to do, but they've included a little taste of the Linux that says you can do whatever you want to do. So for an architect, it's really a good tool because it predicts you want 4 corners of 90 degrees each, and it does it for you. But if you want one of those 4 to be a curve, you can do it, but you need to learn a little bit of Linux. Okay? Windows and Apple do not allow you to go out of that box ever. And Linux, hey, there's no fucking box. But with the Chrome, one of the 3 big operating systems, respectable operating systems, they've kind of positioned themselves a little bit like a Linux. It's one of the hottest growing operating systems now. I think it's cooler than the Apple. In the Starbucks bars, a lot of the young people today have the Chrome OS on the back of their computer. I've never seen Linux people, okay? And Windows and Apple are your traditional people. So in terms of your hard drive, I recommend if you're in your house all day just screwing around with TV and Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that and email, you're not going anywhere with your computer on a regular basis. You don't need to lug around a motherfucker. Get yourself one that's as light as a feather, has a very small disco duro, a very small hard drive, and when you run out of space in that computer, erase your shit, okay, because probably most of it is crap you don't need, okay, or pass it to an external hard drive the size of my hand that you could get at Best Buy for $25, and you can put all your crap in there. It's easy to do. My grandmother could do it if she were alive, okay? In terms of the operating system, get the Chrome OS from Google because it's like Windows, it's like Apple, it's much cheaper. And once in a blue moon when you find you want to do something that you really is different, it's special, you can do it. It won't be so hard. It's cheaper than Windows, it's cheaper than Apple, it's lighter, it's the way to go. I recommend Hewlett-Packard, Chrome OS, it's about $145 in Best Buy, and it pays for itself. How does that happen? Nowadays, if you buy that computer because it's from Google and they're trying to promote the product as the 3rd operating system, you're going to get like a $100 coupon in Best Buy. You'll get $100 credit in the Google Play Store for applications, movies, and videos and games that you can download or play in the sky or in the cloud, okay? So at the end, it's going to pay for itself, okay? I've tried it all. I've had Apple, I've had iPhones, I've had Windows, I've had Linux. And I think the Chrome Google OS is the best way to go because it allows you to do what you want to do from time to time if that ever happens. And the computer with the very small disco duro, the very small hard drive, so it's light as a feather. Because let's face it, most of us sit on our asses all day. We burn our balls by keeping the laptop on top. You don't need to do that anymore. We're not going anywhere on airplanes with our computers. We're not business executives. So I think that's the way to go.